And good afternoon, and welcome to this edition of, well, it's not really an edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. It's more of a, just to talk to you a little bit about using uh, Jungle Scout with drop shipping. You know, drop shipping has become very popular in the last couple of years. 4 or 5 years ago, you really didn't hear about it, and anybody that was a drop shipper was kind of, you know, a scum or you know, just a bad person doing something that Amazon didn't like, and all this kind of nonsense and all that. But within the last 2 3 years, Amazon has become well, not more receptive. They're still the way they are, but I mean, the whole drop shipping concept has become more popular, and more people are talking about it simply because it's the fastest way to make money on it on the internet. You know, well, as far as I know, and anything I know, I'm not the whole internet expert. Wish I was, but I'm not. I'm good on drop shipping, private labels. You know, I have the course privatelabelselling.com. And by the way, you know that Q4 is not too far away. Now is the time you need to take advantage of the course. It's got everything in there, whether you want to do drop shipping, if you want to do retail arbitrage, you want to do private label, or anything else. And we're starting to get it set up for affiliates too, because more and more as we get into it, we're going back. You know, I started out as an affiliate, 15 years ago, and I had a couple affiliate sites that I sold and did good with in that. And then we started the private label, got into that. We did good in that. We've got all that in there in the course, and now we've put the drop ship. We're up into drop ship 2 right now. So what can I tell you? Privatelabelselling.com. Go over there, take advantage of a good deal, because it's going to go up in about a month or so when we get all the new things added. And plus, if you buy now, you get the new ad. But what I want to talk to you about today is Jungle Scout. Now, you know, when I first started this, well, not quite. Jungle Scout hasn't been out that long, but it's been out about 5 or 6 years now. And Jungle Scout, when it first came out, was revolutionary because people just weren't doing that. They were, you know, they were private label selling. We were going over to China and buying products and talking to things, and we talked about it and did all this and got it. Everybody got confused and all that, and they all got it straightened out. And then they find out it's not such. It's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. Private label selling is good, especially if you want to get in there and you don't want to check your stats every day. You don't want to take part in the business. Private label is where you should be. And my phone's going off, and it says scam lightly, so we're not gonna pay any attention there. So, but what I'm trying to say is Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout was one of the first tools that came out, and I think it's one of the first things I put in the tools section of our site of tools that we use, because we got a complete section of all the tools we use and things where you can check them out and see them for yourself and find out, because Jungle Scout was really good. It's really neat if you get on a page, especially if you're doing drop shipping. And that's what I wanted to talk today, so we might as well just to talk about. If you're doing drop shipping, you know, you're using a list. You're using a list, or you're figuring out some way to get products. And one of the best ways, and I'm going to stick, if you're drop shipping from, you're going to buy your product on Amazon, you're going to sell it on eBay. We're going to go that route. And so you're going to go over to Amazon, and you're going to click around, and you're going to go. A lot of times, I like to go in the top 100 of each category, and so you click that and you get it up, and they give you the top 100 for each one. Well, all right, after you click the first one, you don't know. Amazon doesn't tell you. They just tell you it's the #1 bestseller. But what if it's the #1 bestseller out of 100 really flops? You don't really know. So what you do is you get the category, you go on that thing, and with what I do, and it's really simple, because when you're doing drop shipping, you don't want to mess around with a lot of statistics and everything else, because you don't have time. You need to get your, if you're going to sell a lot, you're going to need to get up there so you've got a high enough, you know, 1,400 things. A friend of mine, John, has got 26,000 things, products listed on there. And you don't want to, what I'm trying to say is drop shipping is not for the thing. If you're a bean counter Nothing wrong with the bean counter, because they do good, and especially in private label, that would be the type. But in drop shipping, you just don't have the time to be real particular, is what I guess was what I'm trying to say. And I know the bean counters would probably say, well, that's really what you want to do. But anyway, no problem. If you get it up there, you check it on. Let's say we're talking about somebody told you, or you got that blue widgets were really hot this month, and you really need to get a listing for blue widgets. And so what you do, you go over to Amazon and you type in blue widgets in the search term, and it comes up like that. Well, what it's going to do is going to come up with a whole page of blue widgets. So you want to know which one's the best seller. Well, you can go to the 100 best sellers, and it'll tell you which is the best seller, but you don't know how many it's selling or what it is, and that's where you come to Jungle Scout. So if you're on the top one for blue widgets, now you click your little Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is a in case you don't know, presume everybody is, it's a Chrome extension. You put it on there and you click the little Jungle Scout icon that's in your toolbar up there, and it's going to bring everything on that page. It's going to tell you everything you wanted to know about it, how many it's selling, whether it's selling, you know, whether it's selling or not. And most of them, if they're up there like that, they're going to be selling. So you want to know, if you say that there's maybe 10, 15, there can only be 10 items listed on that on the front page. Now, if you get into just the one thing, it'd just be a Jungle Scout, but it'll just be about that one blue widget. But this is going to show you all the blue widgets, show you what each one is selling, and how much they're selling for, and everything. So what you want to do with Jungle Scout, it's real simple, and that's what I really like about it, and that's what I wanted to tell you. And I'm already taking too much time here again. I just want this to be a couple-minute video, and I'm mouthing off. I apologize on that, because I got so much I want to tell you. But anyway, when it comes to Jungle Scout, you just click on the Jungle Scout up there. It's going to bring all the blue widgets up there that they've got, and it's not going to rank them for you. You got to do that, but you look and see, and you can see that if this one here is selling 300, this one here is selling 700, this one here is selling 800. Then you look at the price, you know, and what they are, and they decide, well, this one here looks to me like the best, you know. So you go click on that thing, go back up, and Jungle Scout still will back on the thing to tell you about it. But what you want to do is then you get your Yaki and all, YakPal and all that, and you list it. I use YakPal for listing on for eBay, because what I do is if I'm on the Amazon page, I just click my little yak up there, and the yak, and it automatically brings it down. It says, you want to list this on eBay, and bring it down, and it goes through another review. I've got it set up. It goes through another review, and that's it. It's listed on eBay for me. But the thing I wanted to point out, the reason I made that decision, and you can make it really fast, is because of Jungle Scout. You click Jungle Scout up there, tell you what the position is, tell me how many it's selling a month, telling what the price is, what the price of all the other ones are, and how it fits in. You can make a mental decision. I can look at that Jungle Scout thing like that, and the page that pops up, I can look at it, and I can tell you right out which one's the best one. What do I want to sell for drop shipping? I want to sell the one they've got there, and so I just click on it, brings that page up, click my little Yaki, or what do you want to call it, and or else I can take the UPC, not UPC, but the ASIN number from here, and I got a place on YakPal to put it in, and it automatically shows up on eBay. But what I'm trying to tell you is you can't do that without Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is by far, and for private labeling, I don't use anything but Jungle Scout. I can get so much information from Jungle Scout on that you know, it's not worth having any tools. And there's all kind of Jungle Scout tools. You can go to the website. There's a link right down there, or you can go to my website and go over, and you'll see that there's 3 or 4 different options. And personally, I think I've got the basic one. I've had that for what, 5 years now. That's all I use, and I'm happy with it, and I think it's great. So what can I say? It's drop shipping. To me, Jungle Scout is a must. Matter of fact, I'd probably say it's the most important tool I've got. So drop shipping with Jungle Scout, as far as I am concerned, is a must. There's be a link down there, and I'll put a link in the card up at the top, so you go to the website and you can read about it and see all about it. So with that being said, I'm not going to bore you here too much any longer. You know me, if I get started, I just keep going. So I'm going to stop this broadcast. I've talked about drop shipping with Jungle Scout. To me, it's a must. I can't recommend it anymore. So I'll see you later, and